Good evening and welcome to ERL GT7 GTpro tier. We are here today for Brands Hatch in the UK. Much sunnier weather here, you can see, as we have in real life here currently, but should be set for a good race. We've got 9, I believe, GT Pros, well 8 and 1 reserve, and then we are joined by 5 of the GT class this evening. Following the race, it just happened there. Slightly late start in the GT class race, a couple of server issues. So I think now I'm just giving the guys a little bit of time here as the lobby's just being reset, and then we'll run everybody through. Apologies, I'm just having a quick snack. It was a long old race. That's the only problem with racing at this time. I do enjoy it, but short turnaround, not much time to eat. But more important things, we have a hotly contested GT Pro Championship, which Honda has taken control of, you'd have to say, at the moment, but it's highly competitive in this tier. Honda has won the last 2 and 3 of the last 4, and he holds a 14-point lead going into this evening's race. His good friend Airman is in P2 and say 14 points back. Alicos in P3, 17 points back, and then Lucky in P4, who although hasn't had a win yet, so a couple of thirds, a second, just very consistent, 22 points back. And Smiley, I'd say, is the last of the title contenders with Booty not taking part in the last 3 races. He's 47 points back, but has had a boatload of fastest laps. It's just lacked the consistency. So you've got 5 title contenders here in GT Pro. And then also, obviously, it's a big race for our GT class qualifiers. Gloss has just taken a dominant win here in the GT class race, so he would have taken good points there, but the points potential and the points gap potential between the GT class drivers is bigger in this race, so he'll want to deliver again. But before this evening, he had a 29-point lead over Filthy, and he's just won that race, and I think Filthy was 6th. So in that championship, which obviously is contested here as well, that's very much going the way of Gloss. And you'd think if he obviously is to go on and win that class, depending on what happens next year, whether 1 tier or 2, either way, you'd imagine going to be in that top tier. This, again, whilst trying to claim that championship, and it's never over, obviously, until it's done. He'll also want to be benchmarking himself against these drivers. Always hard when you've already done a race. As a pro and a con, you're in the zone with the track, but obviously for those who race on a wheel with decent forward feedback, it can be quite tiring as well. But we are underway, and the host advantage. I think the host should have some advantage. It's not as easy as people think hosting a lobby. Make sure lobby settings are correct and all that good stuff. He leads the cars out. Just turn that volume up a little bit on the car. There we go. So yeah, good that JH is reserving for us tonight, although I'm not sure how that car will go around here. But he is a previous winner of Brands Hatch, is Jake. And obviously won here on, I think it was a 5-stop soft strategy. The strategy will play a big part tonight. It's mandated soft and medium tyres. So it'll be a minimum 2-stop. Can't physically do a medium to soft with the tyre wear here. But yeah, why don't we let Airman guide us through this first lap here. So on the GP layout tonight, we were on the Indy layout last night. But let's let Airman guide us through. Gets really close. Clips the curve beautifully in turn 1. That's a much harder turn than it looks. The car just wants to take you into the gravel. Again, super smooth for the hairpin. So coming now into the Surtees hairpin. So a lot of the corners here at Brands Hatch named after famous racing drivers. And even some of the straights are. Fantastic circuit, it is hard to pass. but some of the best circuits are. But like a proper racetrack should do, it punishes every mistake you make. Too much curb will punish you. Not enough curb, it punishes you. Oh, as you saw there, a little bit wide. That will punish you. The gravel will punish you. The grass will punish you. So yeah, this isn't full Ricard or Abu Dhabi. There's you can't make a mistake here. But at the same time, you're too conservative, you lose too much lap time. So there's always that balance to be had. Edmund will set a benchmark here, but he will be a bit frustrated that went a bit wide as he went through the. To forgive me, I can't quite think of the name of the two fast right-handers. If Tom's in the watching, I'm sure he will help me out there. Fairman's a 24.1, JH 23.9. It's a great effort. Lucky goes to 24.9. What will Honda do? He's our championship lead at the moment. Dad goes to the top of the time sheets, 23.8. See all the times flying in. Generally speaking, when you have this GTpro race with the top of GT class, the front to back is very short. Alicos just pips now and takes the pole, snipes into the pit. Ah, Honda must have backed off there, so we'll see what he can apply with while keeping an eye at the top. Smiley to the top with a 23.7. He was flying here last night in the Sprint Cup, and obviously on the Indy layout and in a different car, but it should still give him some good confidence going into this evening. But we'll see what Honda can do here. Just coming into sector 2 now, so we can just get a good reference. It's on his time, so it's hard to gauge. You think that Smiley, to get himself in this championship mix, he would need to take the win tonight. Has the pace to do it, for sure. This man will take some beating as well. If he was to say at a weakness, oh, Airman goes 23.6, which is terrible for that laps. He's top of the sheets for now. And Honda would probably say he's currently purple. If he has a weakness, it's wet weather, and there isn't any wet weather tracks for some time now, so he's in a good position. Now, can he take the provisional pole for now of his good friend? Alicos improves again. He's also 23.6. What can Honda do? 23.6, but they're all 23.6. It's only enough for third. Smiley goes to the top with a 23.2. Wow, he's just put 3 tenths on the field. Let's see if Airman can respond. Actually, Alicos might be closest. Oh, he's right. He's very close to Asville. Is he going to be too close? What a quality this was so far. No, he's going to get a toe off his Renault and IORT teammate here. So tight from P2 to P7 down. It's like 3 tenths, but P1's so fast. This is where any toe, yeah, would have been lost now to the dirty air through there. See how close Airman can get. Oh, he's gone within just under 2 tenths of Smiley. Let's see if Honda's improving this lap. JH be happy around dropping in. And the game doesn't really play this often in a car that I can't imagine is suited to this track. Honda's pushing like mad. He is improving. Not enough minutes to take pole. Dad, again, someone else who was really flying last night. Again, different layout, different car, I get that, but he was very quick last night, was Dad. Wow, this is a super competitive qualifying at the moment. What can Honda do? Enough to go P2, and that was with a couple of little moments on the grass. Smiley's boxed in. I imagine he's just a quick tyre change. Don't be confused by the yellow sidewall. From F1, those will be soft tyres, I can assure you of that. So let's see what Alicos is. He's in sector 1. Let's just see how this lap is shaping up for him. He comes through the timing beam. It's a little bit down on his personal best. Yeah, this is super competitive. You know, you've got top 5 covered by, you know, next to nothing really. And this will be such important qualifying because this is a hard track to overtake, particularly when the guys are as close as they are. Lucky's pitted for some fresh boots as well. And Filthy just for there's done a 24.3, perfectly respectable lap time. It's not in the top 8. Couch at the minute as fast as the GT guys. Let's see if Alicos can improve. He goes top, 23.2 also. Smiley's on an out lap, so we'll come back to him. Honden, you know, he's obviously going to slow down lap there to reset. Let's see what Evan, because Evan is at the early pace, so I'll slip down to P4. I have to say the quality of the year so far, certainly from the ones I've seen. We've got the top 7 here, all in the 23s, and Couch only just in the 24s, very much close to 23s as well. I don't think what Gloucester's pole time was. I feel that was a 23.8. So if you could manage that, we'd get him, you know, in this mix as well. And can't improve at the minute. So I think Alico's going to cross to the line first. Where are we in the time? He might better get one more in after this. He's purple again. Yeah, that's a tricky mate. He's performed exceptionally himself every week, but the Renault's held him back a bit. Probably less of an impact here with no really long straights. There's a couple of straights, but nothing that's going to hurt too much. And it might be good having that light car through some of those trickier sections. 23.1. Let's see if Smiley can respond. Alicos is now a 10th clear. Honda goes to 23.2. Alcio's just got himself further lead with a 23.7. Let's see what Smiley can do. And it's coming close to the line. Doesn't look like it's going to improve. So Alicos currently on pole. He's in a 23.1, but just 0.02 ahead of Honda. No, he won't be improving. So it's a Honda. Honda's stuck behind Gloss. He is improving, not quite enough to take pole at the minute. I could just actually help him, give him a little bit of a toe to line here from Goss. Could do, you know. Could be enough. Steps out with the toe. No, it's not quite enough. I don't know if Smiley got to line, Honda got to line for him. Smiley's currently purple. This is incredible qualifying from these guys. Field is so close. What can Smiley do at the last corner? Filthy goes 6th for a 23.6. Can Smiley take the pole? He can! That's incredible effort. So we've got Smiley on pole, Alicos P2, but they're separated by 0.036. Honda, again, they're all within a 10th, 0.064 is P3. M P4, Dad was superb qualifying from P5, only 4 tenths off pole. Filthy from the GT class, again, only 4 tenths off pole, P6. JH at the line just takes P7, again, under half a second off pole. As your P8, and he's slightly disappointed with that when he sees his teammate on the front row. Look, he starts in P9. How often do we see something like that? But again, normally has a card up his sleeve, and we'll recap the rest now. So yeah, we've got to Lucky P9, Couch P10. At this point, we're still inside 1 second. Zorro P11, Snipes P12, Has P13, Gloss P14. I don't think that's representative from Gloss. I think he was like a 23.8 in quality. But this is the thing, you know, he is, as we say, steamrolling in the GT class towards the championship, but The real big points are here now. Filthy, with where he's starting, you'd think we'd give him a good chance of potentially making up some points, but who knows what's going to happen. I'd say it's great turning into this every week with 2 championships up for grabs within this field, and this field is so tight. I mean, even with an unrepresentative lap from Gloss, and 1.4 front to back is pretty mega. A less than 1/10 first to P3 is incredible as well. Airman, you know, always quicker. We have something up his sleeve strategy-wise as well, so we'll just see how this plays out. I think the standout's Jake. That Ford GT race car, which I just can't imagine is well suited to a track like this, and put it 4/10 off pole in a field this competitive takes some doing. We're starting at 50. Lucky claiming he's washed, but we shall see. Going to be interesting. Very difficult turn 1 here, as we saw in quali. You know, without other cars around you that just wants to keep taking us outside. We're going to have cars going 2-3 wide in there, and then we go into a hairpin. So it can be a dicey opening lap here, and the opportunities to overtake here are limited, which, you know, makes the start of the race so important. I think Zorro potentially not a big fan of this track. Again, a big heavy car, and you want light and nimbleness around here normally. Well, let's see what it brings us. Okay, so they're all lined up. 2 championships here to play for as we enter the final stage of this season. We are 3, 4, 5 red lights. We are underway at Brands Hatch. Renault gets a flying start off the line. It's on the medium tyre as well, versus Smiley on the soft. The Audi not the best off the line. Airman's up into P3, Honda P4. Brazil's jumped as we expected in that Renault very quick off the line. P5, Dad P6. I think they've all made it through, have they? Yes, they have. That's something that we always like to see. Alakos leads. Now this, if he can somehow keep Smiley behind, he's on the soft tyre here. It'll be beneficial to his race. Oh, big squill though. Out the hairpin. He's going to obviously try really hard here to try and keep Smiley behind. They won't know which of the tyres on. The game doesn't give you that info unless they've got the stream on the background. Honda's on the mediums as well as Airman, as is Asriel. JH on the softs. Lucky on softs. Dad on mediums, falling back a couple of places. Couch on mediums. Filthy on mediums. Snipes mediums. Gloss mediums. Zorro soft, and had a difficult start by the looks of it. He might be dropping to P14 here. He is. Back to the front for now though, because this is key to this race. Even just this lap alone would have held Smiley back a little bit. But you'd think here the key part of this is if Smiley clears Alakos, what lead can he build and what tyre he's going to next. I think Smiley will go aggressive, maybe do a soft, then go to mediums, or even do a triple soft and go mediums. So this is huge here. He's going to go around the outside here. It's brave. Oh, I said it was brave. They just about made it work. You need a willing dance partner there though. Alakos spins really well, but it's a switch back from Smiley. He might just have too much grip and traction on the softs. He does. But can Alakos get him straight back? Might have a good view of this from Ogden's POV. I'd say Smiley's had so much pace this year, but some difficult weekends. I mean, he's probably in a must-win scenario tonight, you'd have thought. Oh, how close to the gas. this is where these guys find the time though. Only in Gran Turismo could you see these two cars racing against each other. They just look like they've got no rights to share the same track, do they? Lucky with a Yorkshire Tea home livery, I would suggest. Oh no, JH in the gravel. Just noticed what's happened to Filthy. Oh my god, this guy's so much bad luck in the pro race. Had some rear damage. That's just such a good quality as well. God, Smiley's already put 1.5 seconds here. Alacote again, this is massive for the championship here. You don't think again. Well, nothing with the side of the season, Alacote really needs to finish ahead of Honda to start edging some points into him, as well them want to as well. Just try and halt Honda's momentum if they can. Because you're going to a championship finale, last few rounds, and somebody has the lead and form on their side, it can be so hard to stop. So he'll definitely want to keep Honda behind. Maybe even drop, even drag Eamon into it. Somebody else has won a bit off the back as well. It's Hazard. The GT car's having a really difficult race so far. And the couch is in P10. JH here alongside Snipes. Dads? Yeah. JH recovering well following that trip to the gravel. Let's get back to this one for now. Although that looks a closer, more exciting battle, the implications of this one are huge. Honda might just be happy to sit here for now. It's so hard to pass here. It's quite similar profile of cars as well, so. Always got a good run though. What they won't want to do here is after holding Smiley up a bit at the start is lose a load of time battling each other. Because that would just allow Smiley to stretch his legs. Now Lucky on his soft tyres right on the back of Eamon here. He'll start to lose that advantage soon. The soft to the medium tyre. Switch over will be in a couple of lap time, so I at least want to get this move done. You have to do some Lucky quite often in this aggressive strategy off the start. Back to this battle. Oh my words, wow. Couch at the inside of Snipes is trying to, but now Zorro's on the outside. Oh no, Zorro! Oh, he's got damage now as well. I kind of think all these guys have had some kind of issue, and really here they could all be capitalising on each other's errors. These are all, you'd have to say, in this title race, but yeah, having a tough evening for sure. Smiley extends his lead to 4.5 seconds, just under. Again, he'll be getting to the point soon where it will switch to the soft to the medium. I wonder if he'll feel that's enough of an advantage he's built. It'll be a big one now to see if Lucky can get, take advantage of this soft tyre before it switches over to the medium. Imagine it's going to be hard to out drag the Mercedes on the long straight though. Got a lot of grunt in that Mercedes. Yeah, he's so close, but even the slipstream just isn't quite enough. Again. Wow. Hammer's onto the grass. Is that enough for Lucky? It might well be. Yeah, I haven't touched you there, but Lucky makes it work. Fair play to him there. And after this race, we go to the two new tracks, Canada and Abu Dhabi. So they'll be great unknowns. So this is a staple. I've gone to Swiss race so many times, but as I say, we're going to two new tracks next with Montreal followed by Abu Dhabi. So that'll be interesting to see how those go. But for now, it's what state are these championships going to be in as we go there. Again, you can see Honda very close, Valley Coast. Tyre on the Lambo slightly better. Fuels, I would say identical. Slightly better on the Lambo, not much in it. As I say, I just can't help but think, what have we got left after tonight? 4 rounds after tonight. Just thinking that Alacosa really needs to take points off Honda this evening. That's what really, I think, looking at. I think all of them will. I think all 4 of them really, if they saw Honda in 5th tonight, but I think start eating into that gap. Whereas as I say, you go into 2 tracks that, you know, no one's going to know what the benchmark is there. See if this battle's still ongoing back here. Yeah, they've all ended up a bit separated, haven't they, from each other? But at least for Filthy has had some incident here. You know, his main title rival is 1 place ahead of him, so it's always frustrating when you have that, whatever's happened there and fallen off the back. But he'll still be thinking like this, look, I can still take some points off my rival and just stay in this championship fight as long as I can. Smiley extends to 5.6 now. These two still super close. I thought these two really, because as I say, these tyres have probably started going back towards the medium now. Yeah, look at the softs on JH have seen better days. You'll start seeing these cars getting closer and closer to him. Everything's fairly settled now. Oh, it's Filthy's had another moment. Oh dear. It's unfortunate, no damage, but yeah, it will be frustrating him for sure. God, Honda, it looks like it's even closer this time. Can he make something happen here? It's going to be tough to go all the way around the outside. Oh. What's going to happen here? Alaco's desperately trying to hold on to this. He just about manages to stay ahead. Wow, oh, you can see in the back, I thought Lucky was off in the background, but just was really running that track as wide as he can. We've seen this view before, and just how mean this anaconda-like Lambo looks as it's hunting you down. I think many people this year have got to see what it's like having a super fast Dutchman on your rear end. Alaco's is fighting for this with all he's got. And you feel he has to. As I say, nothing will be decided here this evening, but I do feel he's got to take points off on them, and you know, hence why he just is doing all he can to keep him behind. Be interested to see what happens as we approach those pit windows, undercuts, overcuts, fuel, how that plays out. But for now, these guys are neck and neck. Smiley holds a 7.5 second lead. These guys may have cost us a little bit of time, but they did also hold Smiley up on the first lap, which could also be key. Interesting when Smiley pits, if he can come out and clear air, because he might catch that next pack. Or we see again here how close Honda is. Oh, these guys are just pushing like mad. It's intense stuff. It's pretty intense behind as well, but Alicos holds on for now. That's just lucky. Being and around the pit window certainly now for the soft tyre runners. JH has done a good job. He's still holding on. His tyres in worse shape than Lucky's. Yeah, he's just sort of there. Yeah, I think he'll be having to pit this lap. That takes P6. And so he'll be next up to Jake. I imagine Jake will box this lap into 4. The left's nearly given up on him. Yeah, he's in. So I was carried on for now with that damage. Just probably trying to get to it. I was surprised he didn't pit this lap with the softs, but we'll see what he does. How's P12? He's got Gloss close behind. And feel free, yeah, he's had a difficult evening. Just try and see what he can salvage from it. Oh, I do apologise, we missed it. Honda has got Alicos. I don't know if it was into that hairpin or not, but he's made that stick. Got a 6/10 lead as well for now. A slight fuel advantage, slight tyre advantage, so this guy's just so precise as well. It's difficult. Yeah, it looks like Honden's quick. I mean, we know he's quick, but there's nothing between him and quali, but he's already pulled a second here. And very much closing in on Lucky again. See if Lucky's going off. Smiley to 4 would be. Oh, it's a shame to see Zorro leave the race and retire. Yeah. Especially when you're potentially still in a title battle and just giving up points and giving yourself a potential grid penalty as well. But, you know, it is what it is. Tough championship, you know, in many ways the GT class championship's the hardest one because of the fact that you have to go back to back and it's going to test you not just in race against your own class but what you can salvage from these races. I'll be almost certain that Smiley will be boxing this lap. Honden's, you know, gain on Smiley and pulling away from Alicos. Oh, he's onto the grass there. It just shows the guys like that didn't barely affect him, did it? I touched that grass a couple times in practice and I was in a wall. It just again just shows the skill these guys have. They're probably as quick on grass as most of us are on their track. Honda pits off mediums in good condition. Smiley's put another set of softs on. Zorro's rejoined the room. God, Smiley's got out just ahead of Alicos. That could be so important for his race. He obviously didn't fuel. But God, had he come out behind and just been held up a little bit, that would have been difficult for him. But Honda's come out now ahead of Dad. He's on the softs. Interesting there. There's no damage. But hey, who are we to question? He's the championship leader, and it's good that he got out ahead of Dad. Again, while she'd back the car and the new tyres to get past, even at a track as hard to overtake as this, just looks like this is going to be a race of fine margins. You wouldn't want to lose any time at all. Where's Lucky come out? And just either side of Aswood and Couch here. Very interesting how this will play out from here. Honden's put a real curveball into the mix here. And saying that, has he done it just based purely, although the tyres don't look worn, you can see that lap that Alicos was, 1.5 seconds off his best lap time. So, yeah, interesting. It's a very short pit lane here, probably the shortest in the Kansas, so the time lost of the pit stop is a lot less. But if Honda catches Airman here before the stop, that'd be interesting. Well, it's fun that Honda has put softs on. Now, I think I was talking about this earlier before this race, is one respect I have to have massively for the guys in the Gran Turismo and the ACC tier, is you have to push so hard to be quick. But at the back of your mind, you cannot make a mistake. There's no safety car to bail you out. There's nothing against how F1 counterpoints parts of the racing is very different, but when you know that one mistake, you can't win the race. Whereas, in F1 you can make that mistake and get bailed out by the safety car, so the win. But also, the other thing is strategies play out to their fullest, because again, a strategy is not intercepted by a safety car for anything off course. So, the pros and cons to both. It does mean it's devastating, like it is for Filthy right now, or Zorro, that something takes you out of contention. But at the same time, it makes the stakes so high. And talking of high stakes, that's Airman onto the grass just a little bit there. Look at the rate that Honda is catching him. But whether Honda can clear him could be pivotal to the race outcome. With this bold strategy call that Honda has made. Some great looking cars, some great looking liveries. But here we go. Tyre advantage will definitely be with the Lambo, but God, yeah, just look how much later he could brake. Now, what's the traction going to be like? Strong. Oh, but Honden's now on the grass. That would have cost him some momentum for sure. Such a tough track, this tough to overtake, as we said in the quali. Every mistake is so punishing. Alicos recovered well there, just done 25.8 after a row of 26s. I think though Smiley's in the box seat here. And if he'll do what he did in practice, where he did the 3 softs and then a short or medium stint at the end. One thing we've never had in GTpro is finale go all the way to the wire. In terms of the championship, we've had some close championship battles, and obviously the season where Penelope left and things like that, but nothing where we've had a true shootout at the end. And we are back at the Nürburgring for that shootout this year, and it's the week after GT class. We imagine we'd have a good attendance for the finale because we've got that bit of time to sort it. From a personal point of view, I don't really care, who wins. They all, get on well with all these drivers, and they're all very likeable people. So, but I just would like to see, a finale. If we get there with if we're really ambitious, a 5-way finale, but even a 2-car finale, you would take it, especially at such a great racetrack to finish on. As you said earlier, this man probably needs to win tonight to really get back in that mix. The rest of the midfield would need to take some points, start taking some points off Honda, rather than that gap keep growing each week. This guy's just driving his nuts off at the minute. He's purple again. What does Max Verstappen say? No risk, full push, and that's what Smiley's doing right now. No risk, full push. Yeah, it was 23.4, goes 8 seconds clear. Honda has cleared airman, apologies we missed that. If airman had another moment, because potentially not, lap times don't say so. We're back to this scenario again. Oh wow, switchback though. Turn 1 against the camber, that takes some doing. Yes, there's a massive tyre offset advantage, but that is some move. So Honda will now set about Smiley. Honda has a slight fuel advantage on Smiley as well. Very interesting. In effect, that call from Honda has paid off because these guys are back where they were. Similar fuel, always got better tyres, so it's, yeah. Just what can you do about Smiley? So, yes, I mean, Smiley did 23.4, which was perfect time, and then Honda's gone 23.3. They both stopped once, both stopped on the same lap. So it's going to take some doing. Even going at 23.3, if Smiley's only a tenth or two behind, it'll take some time to reel that in. But, you know, I think, like speaking for him, if he could finish ahead of the rest and behind Smiley, he again would be a big net gainer from this evening. Lucky's gone softs again as well, with no fuel. So again, these guys really are in a net situation. And that they've, yeah. Unless Lucky's going to go mediums again, where he'd maybe be at an advantage. We'll see. Again, it might be one of those that until we get into those latter stages of the race, we won't know how everything stands. See what's happening further back here. JH again has gone softs again. It's P7. Couch is in P9. This is big for Gloss after some difficulties early on. He's in a what looks to me a fairly comfortable P10. It's decent points for him, and again it could just be a case that he just keeps extending. Last time out, Smiley did another 23.4, Honda was a 23.9, so yeah. It's definitely Smiley in the box seat here. Alakos is boxing this lap. And this might allow him to come back at Honda now on the fresh tyres, we shall see. Lucky back onto the back of Airman now. I think we're due to see this crazy dash again on the VW. Lucky trying to get this done into here. Looks like that is done. He's alongside. Yeah, gets it done. I'm enjoying that Yorkshire tea livery, I must say. I don't know if he's done that because we're back in the UK, it's home race and we're known for our tea. Not a tea fan myself, I must say, but it is probably our national drink. Although that's Yorkshire tea, and we're at the opposite end of the country here today at Brands Hatch. Strange that this is one of the tracks in the game that has no rain, and obviously, as it has today, it rains here all the time. But then we go to the two new tracks that also have rain, and then Largo Majora, which has no rain, and then obviously there's potential for rain in our finale at the Nürburgring. Yeah, look into P3. Smiley's flying. He's extending his lead. Lucky into P3, and P4, Dad P5. Jake has nearly burnt through a second set of softs there, P6. Alakos has just come out on fresh softs, P7. We want to dispatch of Jake fairly quickly, we'll come back to that one. Couch in P8, just a little bit left of that rear left, but it looks like maybe tyre wear improving that Aston. He's really struggled a bit early on, hasn't he? His fuel's not bad at all. Aswell and Gloss here, side by side. Aswell's on fresh soft, so probably I think just trying to get a move done here. Gloss on warm mediums, making it difficult for his compatriot, as he's perfectly entitled to do. God, they are very close. On board the runner here, neither of these cars particularly fast in a straight line. See that down the straight, if you just go to the middle, you're going to hit things very difficult. That's an ambitious place for a move, but it does make it stick. Filthy ahead of Snipes. Interesting. So again, well done for Filthy sticking in there. That's why you should always stick in there, really. It's a long race, but it is only an hour. Alan and JH both in. Which will release out of coast. Dad's still going on his mediums. London's brought the gap down at the top by... Nah, he hasn't actually, has he? It's just stayed about the same, give or take. JH now onto the mediums. This has on these worn softs, you'd think he would catch quite quickly. Let's see what circuit that is on the sticker of that wheel. Oh, it is here. I thought it was here. For a minute I thought it was in Interlagos. Yeah, looks like he's driving that car well. I think it's such a big heavy car, it just wouldn't be nimble enough for this section, but looks to be driving really nicely. Dad goes on another lap, he's going deep into this medium stint. I think, would it be soft Vallecos in here? Imagine him to close in on the Merc now with that Merc on really old tyres. Thought he'd be pitting this lap, really. We'll see though. Oh. Yeah, he's really close. Is he going to be boxing? Honden's back in. It's interesting. Looks like Dad's potentially pitting now. Honden's back out on the softs. Oh wow, look at this. Oh my word, that is close. And I feel like I've got to make something happen here. I can't just let this guy drive away. But then you've also got Lucky, who's right behind the pair of them. He's on fresh softs as well. Oh, that was huge that Honda managed to get out just ahead. And Airman's on the back of these guys as well. I'd feel that, because by the end of this lap, Honda would have warmed those tyres up. Quite an early upshift there. I wonder if he's just trying to save a bit of fuel on the next stop. I see the difference here. Honda has put fuel in, Radicos hasn't. Oh, look at the fuel mode Skeeter. Smiley now in as well. Is he fueling or just taking tyres, let's say? He's fueling. Not, I don't know it's not being enough to get into the end though, so we'll be filling again on the next stop. Yeah, Honda has done enough to stretch his legs. Now it's whether what's going to happen ahead here with these guys. Oh wow, look at the run that Airman has here. Can he get anything done? Oh my god, these guys are so close. He gets the move done. Unlucky, but has he? Lucky comes straight back. Wow, incredible race by these guys. Might have the run here on the Mercedes. Can he try and nick Alicosa's slipstream maybe? Oh my word. Oh, it's so close. Oh no. Oh, what a save. You saw the reactions from Lucky there. That was some save. This is some racing. It has allowed Alicosa to come past. Oh, was that a penalty for Airman? Or we couldn't see, could we? No, Airman straight back on him. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's definitely letting Honda go, I think. But, you know, you got to just have the battle that you've got right there. It wasn't pushing like mad, that's probably why it's a little bit ragged. Going back to the front, so interesting. So Honda's 10.5 back. It was very lucky, not lucky, but very well executed to come out ahead of Alicosa at the pit stops. Purple now. He's got a decent amount more fuel than Smiley. I don't think he's not going to have 10 seconds more, but they're definitely playing to the mix when they come to the next round of stops. Again, Alicosa's a bit on the back foot here because he's got less fuel. Not the Airman though, but it's like on worse tyres. He should do his very best to defend here. Got these two guys right behind him. I mean, the overall the gap's still relatively small, isn't it? 13 seconds off the lead, 26 laps in, easy maths, half a second lap, but just keeps adding up. Got Renault, followed by Volkswagen, followed by Mercedes, chasing a Lamborghini and an Audi, so you can't ask for much more variety than that. It's interesting, these guys went left field with their car choices, thinking, well, what's the point, you know, Boosted will win anyway, and now, obviously he isn't racing actively anymore in this tier, and it's opened the championship door. At the minute, Honda is steamrolling through that left open championship door. Can these guys do anything about that? Oh, look at the gain that Lucky made for that section, just slightly better tyres. Oh, look, he's on the grass. He rejoins just about safely enough, I think. Is this going to allow Airman? Has to go the long way. Oh, can Airman make that stick on the outside? I think he can. Wow, the race between these three has just been mega. And Honda as well, you know, he had a good battle of Alicosa. So Lucky might be able to get the inside of the hairpin here. Oh, Airman breaks super deep. But what a view we have that there. Again, they're door to door. Let's see what Lucky could do. For a minute though, they thought he could take P3, but he slipped to P5. He's done well though from where he qualified, because I think he's going to be, worst case, 5th here. See if anything's happening further back here for us to keep an eye on. Oh, I just saw Honda taking another big puff of dust there. I mean, this one's going to come alive once mine has to pit again, and Honda, I think, will bring that gap down again. We might be getting ready here for M and Lucky round, what are we on now? Round 15 probably? I spent a lot of time racing this evening. You can just see that they're pushing so hard, but it must be devastating when you're pushing and driving as well as this and just keep seeing the red gaps of the leader increasing. And seeing your championship rival just in a solid P2. I don't know the exact mass, but I imagine if Honda just kept banking P2s from now to the end of the season, we'll be able to get this job done. He is a previous podium endurance championship, but I think this one will mean the most to him. This is the hardest championship to win in Gran Turismo, and potentially the hardest championship to win in the whole of VRL. So competitive, so closely matched field. You have to be good in so many different conditions and different track configurations, different weather configurations. The fact it's not equal cars, and there's a lot of variety at play. You can't luck into this championship, put it that way. Right. So again, Lucky seems to get a very good run out of this turn 1 up to the hairpin, so let's see if he can do it again. If anything, Aaron just pulls a little bit on him. Oh yeah, pushed so wide with the track limits at times. This game can be dubious. And seems to have it under control at the minute. Oh, never spoke too soon. Missed that apex there. It's giving Lucky a run, but can't really. It's generally pretty much single file through here. Is it though? We'll soon find out. Because Lucky's time to play chicken with the grass. And he's going to have to pit soon. He's got 2 laps left of fuel left. Well, around that. As soon as you see that red line, it means you're 2 under, I believe. It looks like he's going to go on. Yes, he does. All the time they are gaining on Alicos as well. Going to be an interesting one, that is, when it after these refuels. Forget that on this stint, Smiley's on the medium, one's in the soft. Imagine they're both the softs for the last stint. Let's see. Yeah, last time round, this gap was about 3 tenths, it's now 6. If we'll see Alicos and Airman hit this lap. They might need to squeeze one more. I might have got that wrong on the fuel, but they're definitely low, aren't they? You can tell. Let's see. I just wonder if that would be too long a last stint. If they pit this lap, they're going to squeeze one more. Alicos certainly goes on. Lucky might be in a good position. His tyres are better and he's got more fuel. Evan's got hardly any front left. And only a smidge of fuel. As your pits with absolutely the bare minimum left. He's going to imagine put softs on there here. Okay, how close these two are. Oh, Jake pits off not very warm mediums to go onto softs. Lost onto softs. Let's see a battle of the pit crews here. I think Jake doesn't need to fuel. He was Gloss. Oh, Gloss has somehow cut the pit lane. That's going to be killer for him, although Haas, I imagine, has to pit again. Filthy probably does as well. Tough night for Snipes. I don't think he's going to miss that Genesis coming in the season. Oh, now. Lucky, as I do apologise, in that bit of pit stop John, we've missed it, has got ahead of Airman. It's all over the back of Alicos. These must have really switched over now. Alicos hugging that right hand side to pit or to defend. He's in. Airman follows him in. God, Emmons, yeah, well, I wasn't wrong, was he? He was on absolute fumes. Yeah, he's got a slight advantage on Emmons here, slightly more. That's due to pit soon, but again, you know, he's decent on fuel. He's edging up close to these guys. It's only, I think it's about 13 seconds in no fuel. Might be wrong there, but we'll soon see. When will we see this one pit, and this will make it really interesting, because then we'll see his fuel, and then we'll see what the gap's going to be for this finale shootout. I think it is now a 2-horse race. Lucky's done really well. He might be able to nab himself a podium out of this, which starting from P10 is would be a mega effort. Now, Honda is in this lap, which is interesting because he'll undercut. He's got more fuel than Smiley, which I think this will almost certainly mean we see Smiley pit the next lap. But what Honda may not have factored in is he's going to have Lucky all over him. This could be really costly to his barrel versus Smiley. Oh, that was just about okay. Again, we've seen this with Honda Titan. How not lucky. I shouldn't say it lucky because it's probably execution and knowing what he's doing. But he's come out just ahead of Alicos, come out just ahead of Lucky. And in what might be a real, potentially last couple of laps shootout with Smiley, those could be crucial. Thought for a minute there, Lucky may make that stick around the outside, but wasn't to be. He hasn't got much tyre left, hasn't got much fuel left. He'll be in this lap too. I'd imagine Smiley will have to respond. Yeah, Alicos had that bit of advantage on fuel, which is giving him a 2-second advantage on him, and those two in a straight fight now. Dad, like I said, he's only 5 seconds behind. He's on fresh softs. So I'd be interested to see how that plays out. Gloss has got himself ahead of Couch, and the fact, and there, that's in a straight fight as well, as you can see. And that could be huge because he's going to come out of this, like you'd imagine now, in, I don't want to say an unassailable position at the top of GT class, but with the form he's in, it'll be venturing towards that. Smiley's in, he's got to fuel. Here's your race, guys. Let's see how close this is. Honda to come in down the start straight. I think Smiley will hold. But yeah, look how much that gap has come down with the undercut and the fuel in. We've gone from 10 seconds to 3.3, and Smiley's going to have to warm the tyres that lap. He's still in a good position, but he'll be thinking, God, I thought I had this sewn up, and now the championship leader's 3 seconds behind me. Look, he'll be in this lap. He's got a straight fight now with Alicos and them for the last podium spot. Be interesting. Once you can see your rival, it just becomes so much more. And there he is. Phew, I'll tell you, if Honda can come out of this with a race win, again, you wouldn't say unassailable lead, but he'd be looking in one hell of a position. It's just seeing if now whether Smiley can hold on to this. 34 laps through the race, 3 seconds is the gap from first to P2. It's a straight shootout. I mean, we've said all night you can't really afford to make a mistake here. Neither of these guys can. If they want to come away here with the W. Can't imagine Lucky's in this lap. He wants the best tyres possible to fight for this podium. Yeah, he's in. But yeah, it's going back to Gloss. If he could come out of this as the top GT class finisher, he'll just be extending his lead further. Oh, he has got a fuel though. Aleko, is he going to take P3 for now? He is. Interesting move. This late on the race from Lucky to go for mediums. It's P4. He's right behind Aleko on the medium tyre. Oh, I can only think he hasn't fulfilled that so far, so he's got to. Right, makes sense. So we've got a potential battle for the lead. It's going to take some doing though. We've got 3 seconds over 7 laps, and as the great Murray Walker once said, catching is one thing, passing is very much another. So, and then we've got what could be here, a mega battle for the last podium place. Surprising is with how close the quality is that we've ended up with a 23-second gap from first to fifth. Dad, not a million miles off these guys, doing a really solid race. We'll have a quick whiz through here because I think everyone would have stopped by now, so this should be a straight fight. As for your P7, so we'll have to watch that tyre wear, like we're struggling late on. I think it's the same as JH behind. Solid P8 from Jake, he's driven really well to get there. Lost P9, so top of the GT class. Couch just behind the P10. I think he leaves for military service tomorrow. Oh, some gravel up there from Glass. Filthy has P11, Filthy P12, Snipes P13, unfortunately lost Sorrow. So, it's going to be interesting. Just to see how this plays out. We'll keep an eye on we'll keep nipping back to Honda and Smiley. And then really I think it's got to be for the podium. You know what, I think if Airman could take this battle to Nürburgring, you think you have a great car for that. Now those MR cars are going to deal with that track, but yeah, as I said earlier, if we can just get to that race, we're going to still be in the finale. This is, like I say, a hard chance to win, only 2 men have won it. Oh, Lucky's wide. God, Ehrman's catching him at a point of the track where it's so hard to get a move done unless you can force another mistake. But yeah, only 2 men have won this championship and they're Smiley and boosted, so that says just how hard that is to win. Smiley won the first 2, boosted the last 2. And who will take this one? Definitely the most hotly contested one so far. God, look, he's pushing hard there. You've just been thinking, if I could just cling on, I will get the tyre advantage soon. Not quite yet, but soon. If you can cling on. Oh. Beautiful blue skies here, but look, you won't thinking that's a beautiful Mercedes in my rear view. He's holding on though, isn't he? He's doing doing okay. Yeah, because he was off these guys in quali. I think he's driven a really good race. Alicos has slightly stretched his legs in terms of wasn't on for P3. Oh, it must be hard though, seeing the two rivals this far up the road. Cap is stable as it. Smiley's doing really well here. It was so easy to feel the pressure in this scenario. In fact, if anything, he's gone on to take the fastest lap, so Honda still find the time to type that. But yeah, these two just end up in a league of their own. The Cap, so the chasing pack is just mega. I think Ehrman soon will, yeah, this will go to Lucky's advantage in the tyres. It's interesting, Dad here really reeling Ehrman in the Mercedes. It's 2.8, so Ehrman may go from hunter to hunter here. Very interesting. Also P7, Jake P8, that's been like everything else stable as it was, so it's one to watch. Whether Honda can catch Smiley. And then what's going to happen here? Ehrman has got closer to Lucky. Dad has fallen back slightly there. 24-1 last time out. He has actually, over the course of the lap, has caught him again, just at the times we switched over. It's all very interestingly poised. The racing's tamed a little bit as we've gone since the gaps have stayed quite steady. We saw earlier they were really bumper to bumper and door to door. But there may still be a sting in the tail here. Gap to Alicos is stabilising. Let's see whether those tyres will hang on and whether this will start coming towards Lucky. Meanwhile at the front, Honda's brought that down to 2.5. Last time out, Smiley managed a 24.4, so I've just had a little issue there. It's crazy, you can race such a tough technical track for 55 minutes to be separated by 2.4 seconds. Honda went brave on the strategy, but it's definitely paid off for him. Lucky getting a little bit closer to Alicos. Ehrman to Lucky staying very similar. Dad to Ehrman here. I think let's just see. Something's obviously happened this lap because he's on a 28.5. Lost 5 seconds that lap, and that's that done. It's a shame because he was really reading those guys in and could have definitely got involved. It looked like if he carried on that current rate. What's interesting here is now Lucky's pulled a little bit on Ehrman and is actually starting to, I can't say he's not reading Alicos in, but he's definitely getting closer towards him. So yeah, all to play for. Most weeks, don't we, Alicos have to do a bit of damage limitation in the race pace. And then I seem to quick over the one lap, but just struggling as a race car. Oh god, man, these guys just push so much, don't they? Like I said earlier, they keep that much grip for the grass is incredible. But I mean, yeah, again, it's another lap where Lucky has pulled on Ehrman, close on Alicos. I think if he gets a podium like this, you'd have to give him driving the day, wouldn't you, surely? Ultimate lap, what's the gap? It's down to under 2 seconds now. Imagine here Smiley would have done enough, but yeah, he's definitely given Smiley something to think about this race, but at the same time, as I say, it takes, you know, for Smiley to just stay calm here and level-headed. It does a lot. will be interested to see if Lucky can do anything here though, come into this last lap. He's been quicker the last couple. They're just pushing so hard, aren't they? Look at them up onto the grass again. It's just like they're pushing for quali laps, but we're not in quali, we're in lap 41 and a 42 lap race. So, Smiley's on to the final lap. Gap's down to 1.6 seconds on them. Pending any disasters, he should be okay. But yeah, Honda's definitely made this race interesting with that brave early strategy call. We potentially doubted at the time, but who were we to doubt the championship leader? And also, who are we to doubt a two-time former champion? Like I said, a lot of races recently with the fastest lap, but not taking the win. And as it stands here, he's due to do both. It's going to take some doing to catch Honda in this championship, but 4 races to go tonight. We go into the unknown the next 2 weeks, so we shall see. Just want to bring this home now. And so it still looks like he's pushing pretty hard, doesn't it? But it's nearly job done. 1 more corner to go. And that is another fantastic win. He's 3rd here of the weekend after 2 wins in the Sprint Cup. Congratulations to Smiley. Honda, an excellent result for him in his championship P2. We go back to this battle for P3, and now look, he's all over Alicos. And look, he's lost a couple of Sprint Cup races to the line. Can he gain one here? In the Elite Championship, he's all over the back of the Renault. I think Alicos is going to hold on, isn't he? Oh, he just holds on. Alicos P3, look at P4. Ehrman takes P5. Really solid drive from Dad to take P6. Oh, bit of damage as well there with Dad, we saw. As just about manages to make those tyres hang on to take P7. Really good drive from Jake to come and drop in the field of his calibre and take P8. Our reigning GT class champion, followed by what we'd have to say now, without doubt, is a GT class champion, elect Gloss in P9. Couch in his last race before he leaves military service, P10, solid night's work for him after P2 in the GT class race to Gloss. Haz is going to take P11, again solid night's work. Filthy after a difficult start and a really good quality, would be gutted to take P12. It's still some points for his championship battle and a tough night for Snipes in P13. I think he'll be glad to see the back of that Genesis. But yeah, there's your winner, Smiley. Congratulations to him. Enjoyable race. As you get here, we probably didn't get mountains of overtaking, but we saw some close battling. We saw interesting strategy. As we said, a brave call from Honda early on, aggressive call. I think when you've got that type of pace, you can, go aggressive on your strategy, can't you? But still took some guts to pit early off those mediums and go on to the softs. And he nearly pulled it off and took away a race win. But, it feels right now, I think certainly the GT Class Championship Gloss has taken a massive step towards that this evening. And Honda will be happy, if he's going to lose the race, he'd rather lose it to the guy in 5th in the championship than the guy in 2nd, 3rd or 4th. So he takes P2. But as we said, we go into the unknown now. We've got a race at Canada next week. We haven't raced there before. It's obviously only came in the spec free update over Christmas. And the following week we go to Abu Dhabi, where again, I'm sure some of the guys would have done some laps of the track on it since it came out in the spec free update, but we haven't raced there competitively in ERL, so let's see what that brings, and let's see how things stand then. But thank you very much for joining here at Brands Hatch this evening. Congratulations to Smiley on the win, and we will see you all in a week's time in Canada. See you then. Good evening.